Hey guys, let's get more news about Lakers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Lakers are making a Maxi Kleber realization that Mavericks fans know too well. The Dallas Mavericks and Los Angeles Lakers are being forced to quickly adjust to their new teammates following what's been arguably the craziest trade deadline week in NBA history. On Saturday night, Dallas traded Maxi Kleber, Luka Doncic, and Markieff Morris to the Los Angeles Lakers for Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and a first-round pick, and this was a move that no one expected. After an awful loss to the Cleveland Cavaliers, where the Mavs clearly looked off following the earth-shattering trade to send Doncic to Los Angeles, and a close loss against the Philadelphia 76ers, the Mavericks have slowly started to find an identity, which will hopefully continue when Anthony Davis can make his first start. It's been reported that he's targeting the Houston game on Saturday as the first time we can see him in a Mavericks uniform. The Lakers also have former Maverick Maxi Kleber, as he came over as part of the Doncic trade. The Lakers already made a realization about him that Mavs fans always knew, and it has quietly defined his career over the last year or so. ESPN's Brian Windhorst and Clutch Points reporter Anthony Irwin both reported that the Lakers looked to ship out Kleber ahead of yesterday's trade deadline. Irwin reported that the Lakers were looking to move Kleber's contract and draft capital to trade for another defensive-minded player. This means the Lakers already have a problem on their hands, and it's not just having to do with Kleber's contract, but also his status. Kleber is making $11 million a year, not something a team wants to have on their back when someone has been injured way too often in his recent history. Kleber will be re-evaluated in 8 weeks, but now with the trade deadline officially out of reach, the Lakers are trapped with a player making $11 million a year and injury-prone. Kleber has been a liability on offense this season, but the Lakers still can use him as a defensive specialist when needed. The biggest question for the Lakers that Mavs fans have long realized is if he can sustain a healthy playoff run. He is extremely effective in the postseason. As a Maverick, Kleber's prime came when Doncic started to become the face of the franchise during the 2019-20 season. He shot the ball well enough from deep and defended well in the paint, being a more balanced player that was very playable. Since his unfortunate injuries, his offensive confidence has dipped, and it didn't take long for Los Angeles to realize that they were stuck by not trading away Kleber. Kleber can still be a fine catch-and-shoot guy from the corner of the top of the key, but other than that, his defense will be what will keep him relevant for the most part, especially on a now-loaded Lakers squad. Whether or not we see Kleber in a Laker uniform, these reports from the Lakers organization are pretty telling as to the kind of player they perceive Kleber to be. Mavericks fans know how hard it was for the team to find a suitor for Kleber, and Lakers fans are quickly going to realize how hard he is going to be to trade and how his injuries are becoming a major problem. The biggest winners and losers of 2025 trade deadline, Lakers are absolute champions. The 2025 NBA trade deadline will go down as one of the most dramatic and chaotic periods in league history. Blockbuster deals sent shockwaves through the league, headlined by the Los Angeles Lakers pulling off the unimaginable, pairing Luka Doncic with LeBron James in a deal that saw Anthony Davis heading to the Dallas Mavericks. In an era defined by player empowerment, this trade has already proven that front offices no longer value loyalty, and the tides might be turning as a result. But the Lakers weren't the only players in the high-stakes deadline frenzy. From Jimmy Butler finally landing with Stephen Curry in Golden State to De'Aaron Fox forcing his way to San Antonio and Brandon Ingram surprising everyone by heading north to Toronto, contenders and rebuilding teams alike made aggressive moves to shift their trajectories. Even the Milwaukee Bucks, Sacramento Kings, and Cleveland Cavaliers found ways to retool their rosters with calculated trades that could pay dividends in the playoffs. Still, not every team left the trade deadline as a winner. Let's dive into the biggest winners and losers of the 2025 trade deadline and unpack which teams came out ahead of the others. The Lakers pulled off the trade of the decade by acquiring Luka Doncic, arguably the league's most dynamic young star. Pairing Doncic with LeBron James immediately vaults Los Angeles into title favorite status, with the potential to dominate for years even after LeBron hangs up his jersey. This move could make the Lakers better now, we have to wait and see, but it certainly future-proofs them, ensuring they'll remain relevant in a post-LeBron world. It's hard to overstate how monumental this trade is for a franchise that thrives on superstar power. But what truly makes the Lakers winners is their minimal cost. Giving up Anthony Davis may sting defensively, but his injury concerns and inconsistency in recent seasons made him expendable in pursuit of a generational talent like Doncic. The Lakers managed to hold on to most of their depth, including key pieces like Austin Reeves, Rui Hachimura, while they added Mark Williams in a trade for a package centered around Dalton Knecht. If the Lakers get it together, they have a roster that can win an NBA title this season, but their future is looking even more bright. Mavericks fans are undoubtedly feeling the sting of Luka Doncic's departure. Watching the franchise's cornerstone walk away after years of mismanagement is a gut punch that no amount of spin can soften. That was why fans flocked to protest the trade by bringing a coffin to the American Airlines Center. Luka was supposed to be the next Dirk Nowitzki, a player who could lead the Mavs to multiple championships while spending his entire career in Dallas. Instead, the fans are left wondering what went wrong and why the front office failed to surround Luka with the pieces he needed. The pain is only amplified by the fact that Luka is now with the Lakers, one of Dallas' biggest rivals. Mavericks fans will have to watch their former star thrive in Los Angeles, potentially winning championships while their own team languishes in mediocrity. Until Nico Harrison's decline plays out until the rest of the season, this is one of the darkest moments in franchise history for the fans. 2x All-NBA star makes Luka Doncic, LeBron James statement after trade. The Los Angeles Lakers made a huge splash at the NBA trade deadline, acquiring superstar guard Luka Doncic from the Dallas Mavericks. While many are questioning what was going through the head of the Mavericks front office, the Lakers look forward to adding a player of Doncic's caliber. Lakers superstar LeBron James has played with some incredible players throughout his career, but Doncic could ultimately be the best. The 25-year-old guard has earned 5 consecutive All-NBA first-team honors and could be the perfect complement to an aging James. LeBron and Luka will be an incredible duo and one of the most talented the league has ever seen. 11-year NBA veteran and former New Orleans Pelicans All-Star Demarcus Cousins spoke on the trade, explaining how great of a pairing they will be. "I think LeBron just became the number 2, and I think LeBron is okay with that," Cousins said. "Obviously this is a move for them to move forward with their future, you can tell by the pieces they're putting around them. They're ready to move toward the future, but they're also going to maximize Luka's talent and LeBron James while they still can. I think Bron's best years is when they had a 1A, 1B type player. I think we'll see some success from the Lakers." The Lakers certainly swapped Anthony Davis for Doncic in an attempt to better prepare for the post-LeBron era, but bringing in a superstar like Luka will help them win now as well. A duo of James and Doncic is certainly built for a deep playoff run, and their future around the former Mavericks superstar is very bright. And you, fan? What do you think of Demarcus Cousins' situation? Leave your opinion in the comments.